What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Season 2, Episode 22 of the 302 Birds podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Dalton. I'm joined by the Mayor of Newark and Zeppelin. What's up, fellas?
What up? What up? Everything's
Josh,
going
please turn
well.
off your phone and have a conversation with the rest of us.
I'm excited to see what we can do coming up. Come August, birds are vibing right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Tommy, how you doing tonight? You vibing?
I am. My weekend started, so
Your
it's
weekend
midweek,
started.
and
It's fucking Wednesday.
I have stuff for a wedding tomorrow and Friday. So
Tom,
I just
working
took
on
the 2
Friday
days
is
off.
just so overrated.
It is. I agree. So
Hey, well,
working
Fitz is
Thursdays
here.
is there for
If
it.
you know
It's
Fitz is
me.
here, Jack, bird call.
It's me.
Joe Ennis, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Glad to see you here. Without further ado, guys, we'll get into our first topic of the night. It is actually Jack's weekly call-ins. You guys know how we do. Basically, Luke should be calling in soon. So I guess whenever Luke calls in, we'll get to him. We'll just run with it. But that means we'll get into our first topic of the night, which is actually going to be the Philadelphia Phillies and what's been going on there with them. So without further ado, Tommy, you know what time it is for.
Oh, it's ballpark Tommy time, Dutch.
Time for Phillies talk with Ballpark Tommy. Dinger's ditch.
It is time for some dingers. Here's Dutch. Hey, this 20 game span or whatever they've been on, or 15, whatever it is, since the beginning of June, has been nothing but dingers, Dutch. It's literally, Rob Thompson took over. He's lost 2 games. He's won I think 12 at this point. I think he's 12-2 or something insane like that. And he is making a legit push. They're 3 games out of a wild card spot behind San Francisco and Atlanta. They started this month out at 13 games out of first place in the East. They are 8.5 out, I believe, as of now. I got to double check my math, but 8.5 of the New York Mets, who going into this month, all of New York media was going, it's a lock, it's a wrap, no need to talk about anyone else in the NL East. It's the Mets division. And now the Braves are only 5 games back of
Fuck the Braves.
Now, yeah, fuck the Braves, but fuck the Mets even more. I hate the Mets even more. It's I didn't nearly die. I died a little inside when they won the World Series last year, but I didn't die inside. I did when the Penguins won the Stanley Cup a few years ago. I'll die inside if the Mets win the World Series. I hate the fucking Mets. That being said, we love our guy Rob Manfred. Jurice Familia needs to never throw a ball for this team ever again after last night and the last few nights. It's Knievel needs to never be a closer ever again. And B-Hop, oh my God, Mr. 321. And we love our boy Stubbsy after today. Hey, Mr. Drew Stubbs going up there with that Frankie Sinatra. He knows I love me some Frankie Sinatra as a pure Italian-American boy. I grew up on that stuff. Sundays with Sid Mark, with Frankie Sinatra. R.I.P. to that guy. I loved him. And he hits a walk-off dinger today. Dingers, Dutch. Dingers. The dingers are bringing us back into it, Dutch. Okay. I'll rest now. I got too excited. There's a lot to get excited about this team.
Coach of the year.
Coach of the year, absolutely.
Coach of the fucking year.
We fucking lost 11-1.
We lost 2 games. We lost 2 games in 15.
That was 1 game.
Yeah, this is classic Philly fan. All right. You're doing good. And guess what? Reese Hoskins
I agree with you, David.
hit 2 homers yesterday, even though they lost.
He's on fire.
I know. That's why I'm repping the jersey. The only Phillies jersey I own.
I don't-
Phillies gear I own.
They were talking about trading him at the beginning of this month. I don't think so anymore. I think they're going to start talking about trading JT instead.
Well, I don't like.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I
think
mean,
JT's on the
they
block.
did win today against the Marlins, who they couldn't beat in the past.
They finally won a series against them.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
If you like last season, we couldn't beat the Mets or we couldn't beat the Marlins at all. Now look at us. We just won a series against the Marlins. They were our fucking kryptonite, and look at us now.
Because Philly Rob.
I think they got to trade though. What's his name?
Jake
Real
Arrow's a
Muto.
bitch.
Jake Arrow is a bitch because he's saying trade the wrong guy. We need to trade Real Muto.
Why?
Oh.
Whoa. Say that again?
Why?
Real Muto. Got to trade him.
Say the part in front of it again that you said before.
What? Trade Real Muto?
Oh, what the fuck? No. Jack just bought his jersey.
Fuck Jack.
Anytime, any place, baby.
I feel like Salucci is like the equivalent of like the fantasy football guy who's like, that guy's due for an injury, where it's like if anybody like starts to play like slightly okay, he's like, that guy's due for a trade. Like trade him while he's hot.
Yeah, he
No,
is that
like,
motherfucker.
I'm defending Hoskins. You have here's their
You want to trade JT? Who's like,
amazing all season.
Fuck
And
JT.
You have Logan O'Hoppe in AAA right now, who's absolutely tearing it up. He becomes your new backup. Make Drew Stubbs your everyday guy. Hey, trade JT while he's hot for you either need a starter or you need a back end of the bullpen guy, like a closer or a really good setup guy. Because this team, if they really want to make a deep playoff run, they need a back bullpen guy. They need a closer. Knievel's not doing it. Maybe Sir Anthony Dominguez might be able to do it.
Who?
Yeah, he gave up the home run last night, but
Who?
yeah, he gave up the home run last night.
You sound like
but
a
he
fucking
still
ass.
has like a 1.36 or something ERA.
Who
So-
the fuck is Sir Anthony Dominguez? That sounds
He's
like
our
a king
best
name.
reliever this year. If you watched even a
Unreal.
minute of Phillies baseball this year, you would know he's our god out of the bullpen.
I go to
and
the
Brad
Phillies
Hand
games
are
and
only-
I listen to you yell at Ranger. That's what I go to Phillies.
I
games
love
for.
Ranger.
I mean, here's the
I feel
thing.
bad that he's pitched kind of poorly as a starter. But I kind of wish, like, I don't know, I just kind of wish they would put him in the bullpen again. He's a dominant arm out of the bullpen. He's not a starter. He's kind of like what Ryan Madsen was for this team a few years ago. Like, they tried to make him a starter in the worst way. But he's a reliever. You okay
All right.
over there? You guys high or something?
No, he just said some. You know what? He said some wild shit. Salucci, not about the Phillies, but he said some wild stuff. Yeah. Almost as wild as we should trade JT.
You know, almost wild as like, you know,
He's mad deep down because he just bought a JT jersey. Sorry.
I know.
Who bought a
So
JT
bad.
jersey?
almost as mad as the fucking Jackson trivia. You know what I mean?
What Jackson trivia?
Was this a really bad intro that I just messed up?
Yeah, you fucked it up, my guy.
Oh shit! What? Oh, the
Oops.
trivia of the night. Oh, do you
Yeah.
want me to hit your intro for the trivia?
Yeah, please do.
Oh, okay, I got you. Say please.
Please.
It's an intro, not an outro.
Time
kid.
for everybody's favorite part of the show, 302 Trivia, with your host, Jack Dorden, the mayor of Delaware.
I'm gonna say this every week till we change it. Delaware doesn't have a mayor. It's a governor's job.
Yeah, because it's fucking me, bro.
But no, that's not like
Guys, I had a great night tonight. We went to the fucking bar, had some drinks. The trivia of tonight is
some of us had a few more than others.
Phillies, which Eagle has the most career punt return TDs? Which Eagle has the most career punt return TDs?
Can you
And
stop
we'll answer
clapping?
We'll answer that question towards the end of the show. I'm sure everyone will answer this correctly.
If you're listening, that clapping was like really bad ASMR in your ear.
Josh,
It's
you're
kinda-
fucking
kinda
done.
hot though.
You're fucking done. But yeah, boys.
Yeah, let us know in the comments who you got. Thank you,
Josh,
guys.
what are you reading? What are your reading materials there?
Oh, it's called a little cheat sheet. You know, I have all my Philly stats, all the things I'm going to come back at you with tonight.
Oh,
That
are you?
Actually, that leads us into another thing. Josh's
You bud.
It
weird.
does. I have a gripe with Dalton because my my little thing is the weird question, but Tommy gets to talk about baseball. Jack gets to talk about like sports trivia questions. I have to ask like a fucked up like would you rather question, but hit it. You know, I got
Jack makes the sports question sexual, though. He makes them sexual.
I know.
Sexual.
All right, so we're on the same couch. Okay. So
Do you feel the love?
here's the question. You can answer in the comments or text or just think about it out loud or get high with your homies and discuss it in the living room. Let's say you are rooming with a homie, like your boys, you know, kind of like Jack and I are. And this is not as
Like Bert and Ernie?
Yeah. And let's just say you saw your boy getting out of the shower accidentally and you saw his twig and berry.
Why'd you say little in the beginning? Why'd you say
Well,
little?
here's the question. Would you, if you saw your boy's penis, would you rather him have the biggest penis you've ever seen or the smallest penis you've ever seen? Like a micro penis? Well, it's a weird question, Tom. I don't know how I got this section. I don't know. But
It's a weird
I
question.
would much rather see my boy with a small penis because that'll make me feel a lot better.
I would much rather see my boy packing and say, you know what, you go with God's glory.
Exactly.
Right?
Thank you, Zep. I'm going to be happy for my boy. I'm going to be like, you know what? You got this. I'll just be your wingman. I'm with Zep. Tom?
Yeah, you don't even need to be his wingman. Sure. He's got it under control. He's got a license to carry.
Yeah.
Tom, come on, answer it, Tom.
I like Jack.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm answering.
I'm with Josh at this point.
That's all you
What do
want
you
to say?
No, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jalen, what the fuck? I said the same thing when I told I was going to ask this question.
No, it's got to be a weird question. So shout out to Josh for having.
Well, here, Dawn, you need a fucking intro for Dawn for Zep for this.
We do, and I'll make one for next week because
Make
this
it
is kind
like
of
me, like with a stuffed animal, and like be provocatively like on a stuffed animal, but like yeah.
You know what's really sad? Also, the size of my cock, and also the fact that the Sixers really are ass this year. You know what I mean?
No, they have been god awful. Is Doc Rivers to blame? Is it James Harden? Who do you blame?
Yeah.
Personally, I will say Doc Rivers. We've covered this multiple times before. We have all the parts to a great team. In the playoffs, we only ran like 6 or 7 deep for our bench. I don't think the Sixers have a chance coming up, like in the future. This, like we said in previous episodes, this was a make or break. It was a bust or final or Eastern Conference final. And the fact that we couldn't run, we only ran 6 people off our bench, and we relied heavily on Joel Embiid. It's really sad that like we are struggling right now, and we shouldn't be. We should be in the finals right now. Like it's just like poor coaching, and it's just sad because this is probably our best season we've had in a while. We've had James Harden. James Harden didn't do shit this year, coming in the playoffs. But like we have all the players that we need to have to win the series, but we can't do it because Doc Rivers. I'm sorry, not Doc Rivers. Glenn Rivers sucks at coaching.
This is Ben Simmons' fault, and this is Brett Brown's fault. I hate him still. He fucked us. Why?
Charlie Brown.
Why did we trade Jimmy Butler? Why did we draft Fultz over Jason Tatum? I asked that question in 2017. Why we have made like 2 good things, and that is drafting Embiid and drafting Tyrese Maxey. Everything else we sucked, or we did the right thing, then we folded. So it's everybody's fault. It's everybody's fault besides Embiid's and Tyrese Maxey's.
You don't think it was a smart?
I agree. They don't have a closer.
Well,
they had a guy
in that situation.
and Jimmy Butler who was a closer. They need somebody who's he's a closer and can be that guy in the big situations. And they need a 3-point shooter. They don't have anyone who can shoot a 3 consistently.
Thank you.
Had it with
Fucking
Steph Curry.
thank you.
But how long have we had that issue? That's been an issue.
We had it with Seth Curry.
But it's still an issue.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's not like a coaching thing. Doc Rivers
It's
isn't
a
like
thing.
I
I
don't
agree with
know.
that.
It might be a coaching
It's
issue.
an Elton
I
Brand,
mean,
Brian Colangelo, and Daryl Morey issue.
Whoa, he's been great since he's gotten here. Don't throw him
Daryl
under
Morey.
the bus. This is a Doc Rivers problem. Doc Rivers is like when you have a guy like Paul Reed that goes off and you say,
this isn't the Paul Reed show. Like,
The
shut the
fucking
fuck
hard
up.
on
Like,
that everybody in the city has for Paul Reed.
I don't have a hard on for him, but he did
Yes.
play in Delaware.
Paul Reed
but anyway.
is going to be an all-star this year. Mark my
Jesus.
words.
Thank you.
Jesus
He's a
Christ.
good player. The point is, when you have a player that does well, just like pat him on the back and say good job. Don't say like come on, like especially how soft today people are. Just be like a good coach and just accept it.
But let's answer the actual question. Do the Sixers actually have a chance?
No,
I say no. No.
no.
They had a
think
chance.
that's it?
They had their chance this fucking year, and look what they did. They fucking folded to the Heat.
Can we get through free agency then? Reassess that question? We don't even know who's going to be on the team next season.
But like Josh, like I said, we had all the parts that we needed to win the fucking NBA Finals.
When did we have those parts?
This
didn't have
year,
it.
We didn't. This
James
He had him
Harden's
at
team-
different parts throughout the year.
No, this team was really bad. This team, Joel Embiid hit like all the
Do
issues.
you think this team was terrible when Jimmy Butler was on the team? You think it was a lot worse
When
when
who?
Jimmy Butler was on our team?
No.
Oh,
I
that
think
Jimmy,
it's
that Jimmy Butler team was way
nine.
better than this team.
Really?
Oh my God, this team, James Harden didn't play well for us. Like, he wasn't good. Like this team. I think last year's team was the best team we've ever had. They lost to the Hawks. They just folded.
Yes.
That might have been on Doc Rivers, but still, Ben Simmons, like, take a fucking shot.
Dunk the ball.
Fucking shoot it. Chuck it up. Do anything. Don't fucking stand there like a bitch.
I hate Ben Simmons.
So
I hate the Sixers.
I think we need to add like another Joel Embiid to our team and have some height, just like we need for the tight ends this season for the Eagles.
Yeah, I think bringing back Drummond, Jack, that's a good point. Like bringing back AD or whatever we call him, if we're allowed to call him that, that's a good point. I think that would be beneficial. Like they need a backup for Embiid is what we saw. Reed is good, but Reed's going to be a third string guy. It's like, and Reed's young too. Reed could eventually be that guy, but not right now. So give me, I think honestly you need another shooter. You need Curry to come back and you need AD to come back, I think. And then Harden, and then Embiid, and Harden's got to take a pay cut, and you got to get Matisse vaccinated. There's so many variables for the Sixers for them to be able to have a chance. I think that we're wasting Embiid's prime.
Disagree with everything you just said.
We're wasting Embiid's prime. Anyway, Tom, what were you saying?
I agree with that. We're wasting Embiid's prime, but I think Matisse, he's a one-trick pony. He can only play defense, and that's about it. Granted, he's spectacular at defense, might be top 5 in the league defender-wise, but at the same time, I need some offense. He's turning into Ben Simmons. He can't shoot. He can't dunk. He can't do a layup. Like he's just not good. He needs to go. Tobias Harris finally learned how to play defense somewhat. Yes, Harden needs a wheelchair for his hamstring. He sucks. He's not worth $40 million. He's got to go.
He's got to go. This fucker's got to
go.
We got do you guys know who's in the waiting room? I don't mean to interrupt, but we actually got a Sixers fan in the waiting room, so it actually kind of worked out.
It not be Greg. I swear to God, it's Greg.
This is Jack's weekly call-in, which I don't really have the graphic for, but Jack, why don't you let him know who graciously sponsors us?
Well, first off, Luke, you're a Sixers fan. Why are you wearing a Seattle Mariners hat?
The kid just fucking got here.
Second off,
tackle over.
Our weekly call-ins are sponsored by El Diablo. I'm not sure where you're from, Luke, but El Diablo is like the Chipotle of the 50 states. El Diablo has the greatest burritos, has the greatest queso, burrito bowls, quesadillas. If you're in
Everything
and around
about El Diablo is better than Chipotle.
If you're in and around the state of Delaware, definitely pop into El Diablo because El Diablo is the shit for sure. But I will. Fair warning: your asshole will be in pain after you eat El Diablo, like any Mexican restaurant. But El Diablo, really appreciate you sponsoring us this topic, and it means a lot to us being a Delaware podcast that you guys are so big for us. So. Appreciate all that.
Number one Mexican food brand in Delaware, by far number one food brand in Delaware.
I think they should just be the number one food brand, period. Mexican food brand, period.
All right, Tom, shut the fuck up. Luke, So do you think the Sixers have a chance next season?
We need to get rid of some pieces. Like
What pieces do we need to get rid of?
fucking. Oh, sorry. Am I allowed to curse on this?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're good.
No,
Fuck,
no,
shit,
Luke.
bitch,
What the
asshole.
fuck, Luke? Come on.
What the fuck is that, man? So I think that we need to like get rid of Thybulle. What's his face? God damn it, I'm drawing a blank here.
Tobias, Thybulle.
Yep, Tobias Thybulle. We just need new coaching. I mean, we need Doc Rivers out of there because I think it's Doc Rivers, honestly.
Thank you.
I
Fucking
agree.
thank you.
I have a message for Doc Rivers.
Yeah, go ahead.
Doc, listen up. Get your elephant your bitch ass out of Philly.
Amen, brother. Amen, brother.
Hell yeah.
That's all I hear.
I mean, I like that. Yeah.
But the thing is, before we continue, why are you wearing a Mariners hat?
Oh, because I'm from Seattle. So
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Seattle doesn't even have a basketball team, so I go with the Sixers.
So are you a Seahawks fan
Are
then?
you in Seattle right now?
Close to it.
What time is it?
6:29.
Oh shit.
3 hours behind us.
Are you a Seahawks fan then? This is our last
Yeah.
question for you.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry about Russell Wilson. But Luke, I do want to thank you for coming on to the show and coming in as one of our first call-ins of the season, sponsored by El Diablo. Appreciate you for coming through.
Thank you, Luke.
Yeah, thank you, Luke. Have a good night, man. Moving on to our next topic now.
No, shut up. So we're talking about great burritos in Delaware, right?
Yes.
Let's talk about the great tight ends we have in Philadelphia. One being Dallas Goedert. Where do we think the Eagles are going to go with tight ends this season?
I'm still on the get JJ just really fucking fat and just get him out there.
But he's short though.
He's not that short, and he's only going to block any. If you think we're throwing any tight ends besides Goddard, you are mistaken.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. We've talked about it before. I think Artega Whiteside should be off the team, 100%.
Well,
And the only use for this motherfucker is for him to block. And he blocks decently. And
he's a good blocker. Hey,
I wouldn't say he's the best blocker, but if this man beefs up, I mean, it's unstoppable. This guy, all we gotta do is 2 or 3 plays of drive, put him in, block. Miles Sanders run down the fucking middle, probably 20 yards. That's all we need him for.
I actually just realized he's only 6'2", so yeah, he's too short. Cut his ass. Yeah.
That's okay. But
I
yeah.
thought short was 6'4". Now he's short.
No, he's 6'2".
Get him fucking.
Yeah, he needs to be off the team or fucking on a AAA team, whatever.
Yeah, we need to send his ass to the Redskins so Carson Wentz can throw back.
I mean, Dallas Goedert is our guy for sure, 100%.
Dallas Goedert gets hurt.
What do you think about Rogerson? Richardson, yeah.
Yeah, Dick Rod. Yeah, I mean, whatever. He's a guy. You're gonna throw it to him. He's gonna catch it. He's got no yak though. He catches and just falls down.
But I will say, last season, you were always had a hard on for
For
Richardson.
Dick Rod, well,
Yeah.
it's hard not to have a hard on for Dick Rod, but I mean, he plays good. I don't think he's the future of our team though, and I think Goddard's injury, he gets injured a lot. Not for a long period of time, but he consistently gets injured. He misses 2 or 3 games a year. So we definitely need to beef somebody up. I'm all for the Tyree Jackson train, the dude who tore his ACL against the Cowboys in week.
He was really good.
No, he was really good. So I hope he rehabs him.
Him and Jack Stoll, I like a lot. I like
Yeah,
Jack.
no. So before we continue, like you said, Dallas Goedert is very, injury prone. Who do you think
injury consistent?
Who do you think is going to be our backup? Who do you think is going to fill in this
Jack
spot?
Stoll.
Grant Calcaterra, that kid in the blue, the guy that we drafted. Yes, Jack Stoll. Fuck him. He's a bitch.
Jack Stoll has caught at least 3 or 4 passes last
Jack
season.
Stoll's a fullback. They just
Jack Stoll's good, but he's a fullback, like Josh said. I agree. I think that
That's
Jack
what
Stoll
all
will
of
be a
our
better
tight ends
fullback.
are. What do you mean?
No, not Goddard. Goddard is a
No. If you ever played Madden, our fullbacks were
God.
Dallas Goedert, And when we had the
Oh
fullback
my
that
God.
Dallas Goedert was
What
there.
formation are you running?
Fucking wishbone, baby.
Why are we talking about? Why are we talking about how we would play each player in Madden? That doesn't equate to real life at all. It just doesn't.
Well, the formations, but like Goddard's never playing fullback and fullback dive. Like we bring in Jack Stoll because he's short. But no, I'm really on the Jackson train. You know, Arrow just said he's a quarterback. Good luck. Well, fuck you, Arrow. Your quarterback's Mitch Trubisky. But Jackson's good. He did tear his ACL, so he probably won't be back like for a long ass time. And knowing the Eagles' history of players who tear their ACLs, he's probably done forever. Goodbye, Aaron Hernandez. So yeah,
That Hank time should have been punter.
huh? That's all right. Yeah. No, that was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah, they need to make a 30 for 30 on that Florida team. The Florida team with like Riley Cooper and Tim Tebow and all that. You've seen that TikTok.
Facts.
It goes viral like once a week.
So we can finish it up with this. Give me your three tight ends. The three tight ends that you want. Dallas Goedert 1. I'm saying Dallas Goedert 1. I'm saying Jack Stoll 2. And then Dick Rod, number 3.
Dick Rod?
Who's Dick Rod?
Richard Rodgers.
Richard Robertson?
Yes.
Wow, so you don't think that Stoll or Calcaterra?
I said Stoll number 2, my guy.
Oh, so Jay Jaw's out.
This is what we're going to do. Goddard 1, Calcutta, whatever the fuck 2, Jack Stoll 3, and then throw Jackson IR. Get around that little thing. And then we'll let those bottom 3 play it out.
I 100% agree with what Josh said.
Or actually, he would be on the PUP to start the season.
Pup.
Pup. Pup. Pup.
I'm gonna be honest. Here, this is what I think. You go Dallas Goedert 1, obviously. Jack Stoll, I would keep at number 2 the whole season. So when that situation comes up where you have Dallas Goedert go down, you put Grant at 1 and for like to replace Dallas Goedert those games. And because he plays a similar game to Dallas Goedert. The thing is, okay, if I want a dueling tight end situation and I'm sending them both out for a pass, then yeah, I want Grant and I want Dallas Goedert. If I want like a true like number 2 tight end and one guy like in a goal line situation, I want Dallas Goedert 1 and Stoll number 2, and like do it that way. How you traditionally would have like a 1-2 on your depth chart.
I think it would be really interesting if my guy who's been hanging out in Philly, he's been chilling. If he came in and could coach JJ Arcega-Whiteside, maybe, just maybe, he could be our wide receiver 5. I'm talking about COACHO Cinco. Chad Ocho Cinco's been hanging out in Philly. He's been chilling. He's been saying, I love Philadelphia. I love the people here. I'm enjoying myself. If the Eagles give him a job as a wide receiver coach, I love that. I think he's here training a boxer, if I'm not mistaken.
As a boxer. He's going to be a boxer.
Well, there you go. I mean, this guy plays soccer. He's a football player. He was a kicker in football for a couple games. I mean, what can he not do? But Bryce Harper gets him tickets. He loves Philadelphia. He loves the wide receiver group with A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. Apparently, all 3 of these guys eat McDonald's, which I do too. So, I mean, hey. But at the end of the day, I think that this would be a very wise signing for the Philadelphia Eagles if they could snag him at wide receiver coach. Just because Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown are so young, bringing in a young, dynamic, outgoing personality that's a leader, that's a proven badass in the NFL is only going to help both these guys. So I'm 100% down for Coach Cinco. Make it happen, Howie, or whoever the fuck makes that shot. I don't know.
Wrong. I think you're forgetting something. Since the Uncle Rob stuff started, we've had Chad Ocho Cinco in town. He's been going around the town, bringing the good vibes, bringing the happiness, bringing the pleasure. Everything gets better when he's around. People in Philly are better. The weather's gotten better. The people of Philadelphia seem to have gotten better. You saw him around the yard the other day when Bryce Harper got him tickets. People were enjoying themselves at the game. The stadium vibe at CBK.
What do you want him to play for the fucking
better.
Phillies?
Football players
hold on,
playing baseball,
hold on.
dog.
I'm bringing
Salute
it
your
up.
dream, buddy.
And then we have him talking to guys on the Eagles. He's talking to A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith. They're in a better mood. Dude, I'm saying this guy's got the Midas touch. Everything he touches turns into gold. Why
He's
not?
cool to stay in the city, but I don't want him coaching. And here's why. Like, a lot of people who are, like, just gifted athletes, like Ocho Cinco, like, obviously, like, worked hard. But, like, it wasn't like he ever had to, like, grind. Like, he wasn't at the bottom. Like, he was just a naturally good wide receiver. He didn't need good coaching to be good. Normally, like, if you look, like, a lot of the best coaches in history in most sports were not good at the game they played. Like, Doug Peterson was a backup. Like, Bill Belichick, his fat ass wasn't playing football. I don't know. I mean, like, we could give it a try, I guess. But, like, I don't think it's going to be, like, he's going to be magical.
Can I ask you guys another open-ended question? And
Well,
this
you just
goes
did. So.
Well, I'm gonna anyway. If there's even
Gotcha.
besides Ocho Cinco, who else would you guys like to have as maybe like a coach? Like if you could have any Eagles legend who's just like chilling on their ass right
Seth
now and bring back for a coach.
Seth
That ass for wait, are you talking about for wide receiver coach?
Any coach, Jack. Any coach, any position.
Seth Joyner, defensive
Well,
coordinator.
Facts.
I know
agree with
Jack's
that.
answer though. I know Jack's.
I would say I know he's still playing, but T.O. for wide receiver coach, I think he would be a good fit. He was a legend. He was a legend at
It's
the
the
Eagles.
same thing I just said with Ocho Cinco.
Ocho Cinco's a fucking bitch, dude. He has
No,
nothing
he's
else.
not. Fuck you.
He has nothing else to do in his life, so he decided to come to Philly to box, and he's trying to figure out what he wants to do with his life. I don't want Chad Ocho Cinco here.
Here's who needs to be the Eagles wide receiver coach. Kevin motherfucking Curtis. That dude was a baller. He can run routes. He could read defenses. And that dude was short and white. He had to work for everything, and he still balled out. That dude would be a hell of a wide receiver coach. He should have caught it against the Cardinals in the NFC Championship game, but that's okay.
I agree. Mike Flanagan, I agree. I would love Brian Dawkins to be a fucking defense coordinator.
That's who I thought your answer was going to be, Jack. That's who I thought your answer was going to be.
I think, like we all said,
I want him as my strength and conditioning coach. That's
B
crazy
Dawk.
enough for that.
B Dawk was the most legendary defensive player we had in the past 20 years for the Eagles. I think it'd be a good fit. Get fucking John Ginn out of our fucking city. Fuck that dude. He has no fucking thing, no scheme at all. B Dawk, I would love that for him to come back and play with us, or coach for us. Also, Javon Curse, defense coordinator as well. He's right because I was listening to
I would
podcasts.
want him as a defensive line coach. I'm not so
Yeah.
sure I want him as a defensive coordinator.
So I was listening to podcasts when he was on it, and he gave a shout out to Ed Trainer's Marina, and he has an itch for football right now. So
Yeah.
he's starting all these defensive line like camps. So I think
Yeah.
he'd be a fucking great fit for our team for sure.
So what I'm hearing is he should be a defensive line coach and not a
Yes.
defensive coordinator. If he's coaching
I
up
agree with
all
you.
the defensive line. Okay.
No, I
I
agree.
thought you were disagreeing with me.
No, I was agreeing with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I take that back.
yeah.
I take back that snarky remark then.
I think we need to fucking hire ex-Eagle legends for our defense in any shape or form. You know what I mean?
Could go bad. What if they're shit? Then you
Because they can also give advice. You're right, Jack. They can also give advice to the players about how to fucking deal with shit. Like what Rager goes through. Sorry.
Joe Ennis,
Rager.
I fucking love.
Speaking of Rager,
I think
Who's
if
an
we were
underrated
really
wide
bring back
receiver?
Brian Dawkins
Not Rager.
in a serious role. Well, I put him in. I put him as a secondaries coach, not necessarily a.
why do you? What if Brian Dawkins does a shitty job coaching and then you have to fire him? It's gonna be mad awkward. You don't want that.
Yeah, that's true.
I say we fucking hire Brian Westbrook as our running back coach.
What if he does a shitty job? As fucking stop hiring our legends. Let's let them be
Anyway,
legends.
like Zepp said,
Fuck's sake.
Speaking about the offense,
Trade Reese
right?
Hoskins too. He has to get so Josh has to get New Jersey at this
I'm
point.
gonna punch Salucci.
Fucking hire Mike Trout for our offense. You know what I mean?
Actually, that'd be fire. I'd be cool with that.
Speaking about offense, I think we should talk about this season. Who are underrated receivers we have this season? And personally, I think Pascal is going to be underrated.
Jack, do we agree?
I think we did. He was probably number 2 in Indianapolis. And, we got A.J. Brown. We got fucking Devonta Smith. We got Quez Watkins. But I think Will Pascal, believe it or not, I mean, Dalton doesn't really know much about, Pascal. Neither does Zepp. But I think that
– a ton about Pascal.
No, you don't. We had a conversation about Pascal.
I don't think
previous episodes.
I don't think he's going to be on the team.
He's going to be. I think he's going to, start off a little shaky in the new offense, and he's going to fucking come out of nowhere, the woodwork. You know what I mean? Zep, what do you think, buddy?
Yeah.
I don't think we have any underrated receivers because I think A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith are good. I think everybody knows they're good. I think Quez Watkins is fast but untapped. I think everybody knows that. And I think everybody else is kind of shit. Regular shit, but he's still going to be on the team, unfortunately. I think maybe Pascal's on the team, but they're going to make him play like special teams and stuff. And Greg Ward's definitely going to get cut, sadly. So make fucking Greg Ward the receivers coach, actually. Fuck it.
Yeah, why the fuck not?
That'd be a good idea.
This is my last
I'm down
comment.
for that.
This is my last comment. It has to go with the receivers. I listened to the podcast again this week, and it was James Bradbury. It was Eagles Insiders, James Bradbury. And James Bradbury said that the 2 hardest receivers he's gone up against, Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown. And he said that in the OTAs for Devonta Smith.
I feel like So we don't have any underrated receivers. Like, we have 2 good guys, one fast, and everybody else is shit.
But here's the thing, like,
I don't think Jack Pascal's shit.
We have 2 good cornerbacks though too.
Pascal's like physical.
Here's the thing, like, yeah, we have all these weapons, and I've said it multiple times. We got all these weapons, but Jalen Hurts has to play well this season.
Yep.
We saw that he beefed up on the offseason. It looked like he did. He's changed his throwing style. And the fact is, we've mentioned this multiple times. We have all these weapons, and this is a make or break season for Jalen Hurts because that's why we trade with the Saints. If he doesn't do well this season, he's out after the season, and we're going to get a quarterback in the next draft. So, yes, we have all these weapons, right? But the thing is, Jalen Hurts needs to play his ass off this season. You know what I mean?
And I think that that's a really good point too, Jack. Like, it's all up to Hurts, but that's not out of characteristic for the Eagles too. Like, I think that the Eagles are notorious for being a team that does more with less. That's why I'm kind of nervous about this receiver group. Like, it's almost like it's too good to be true. And I don't want to say that, like, knock on wood. But I think that will be really good. And I think that a lot of wide receivers that we have, like Quez Watkins and Jalen Reagor, might be underrated receivers this year that just besides A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith and Zach Pascal, too, that's a really good point, are just going to be forgotten about and will be really good. And speaking of, who are some of your guys like my personal one is on my desk at work and I have his mini helmet, but it's Jeremy Maclin for me. But if you guys had to say, like, who is maybe one of your most underrated wide receivers of all time in, like, Eagles history, who would your guys be? And that's Anquan Bolden on the left before anybody asks if that's T.O. and embarrasses us.
That's Jason Avant.
Sorry.
Bitch.
Oh, my God. Did I say it was T.O.?
And Jason Avant's the most underrated receiver we ever had. That dude,
because he does something that Jalen Reagor doesn't know how to do, and that's receive the ball.
There you go, Tom. I agree with that 100%. That dude caught the ball when it was thrown to him.
If that ball was thrown,
honestly,
within a country mile of that man, he was catching it.
It's true.
Honestly, guys, you may say, Jack, you're fucking stupid for saying this.
I know what's about to come out of his mouth.
No, you don't. I think Golden Tate was underrated when he was at
what the fuck?
Nope.
Get out of here.
I don't hate that answer.
He had one good catch in the touchdown in the playoffs.
I guess we did not use him correctly. That was like a clusterfuck of
Okay,
season.
fine. That's true.
I thought Jackie Boy was about to say Hank Basquet.
He's a fucking tight end, dude.
No, he's not.
That's what
He got married at the Playboy Mansion.
Gosh, I know for a fact because I fucked his name up multiple times.
No, he's a tight end. Jack is right.
Son of a bitch.
What about like somebody though, like Jordan Matthews? Do you guys consider him like one of the most underrated wideouts? Like he kind of came back.
because I thought we always thought he was pretty good while he was here. You can't be underrated if like people think you're really good.
I thought he was
whereas
great.
Whereas like Jason Avant, he was always overshadowed by someone else, whether it be Jeremy Maclin, whether it be Deshaun Jackson, whether it be Reggie Brown, whether it be somebody like that, he was always overshadowed. So that's why I think he was heavily underrated. When Jordan Matthews was here, at least the first time around, he was our best receiver. And these were some dark times at times. And it's because he was our best and that's not even a knock. I don't mean to knock on him like that or make it sound like I'm knocking on him. He was great. But and those were great times with Wentz too. Wentz's rookie
Oh my
season.
God! Here we go. Get your fucking violins ready, everybody.
But I don't think you can underrate a guy that we thought was our wide receiver one. You know,
I'm coaching.
I don't think you knew this guy at all.
What about Freddie Mitchell? Nobody said him.
No, fuck it. I just want to clarify that Hank Basquet was a receiver, and he was. Never mind. I can say the second part. Hank Basquet was a receiver, so everybody can shut up. Also,
I think he's a tight end too, Jack. I still think that he.
And he got married at the Playboy Mansion.
Yeah, he did. Also, Tom, it's kind of messed up that I feel like our team got good, and then Matthews just went to shit.
Yeah, that's true. Like Matthews was only good when we sucked.
Maybe that's because he wasn't good and our team was just bad and it looked like he was good.
Like Travis Fulgham, kind of.
Yo, guys,
Michael Carter.
I still think Travis Fulgham actually was good. I don't know. That was weird.
Guys,
that was a weird 6 weeks.
You know he's gonna have a breakout season, and he may not make the team, but I think he will. They bull from Oregon, the fucking cross country dude, the white guy.
Nah, that guy.
Devin Allen, yes.
Yeah. Damn, Tom.
Jordan Matthews was ass. Shout out to our producer.
So this is a totally random comment, but I was watching old Eagles videos, right? And do you guys remember the Shelton Brown hit on Reggie Bush where he fucking broke his rib?
Yes.
Yeah.
This was back in 2008. I think that motherfucker was the hardest hitting defensive player we've had in the past 22 years.
How high are you?
Where did that
For my watch to look for what year it is. Is it 2022? Was Brian Dawkins on the team in 2005 and 2004? Thank you,
dare
Tom.
tell me Brian Dawkins wasn't our hardest hitting guy.
Dude, oh my
Do
God.
not.
The Falcons hit.
Oh! Yeah.
Motherfucker.
You don't remember
I'm
him
sorry, he didn't curse.
consistently tearing apart quarterbacks, him consistently just knocking guys out. It could be a normal October season game, and he was still laying guys out. Sheldon Brown needed that wild card round playoff adrenaline at least. He's to really hit stick a guy.
Does May baseball matter, Jack?
No, it does not matter at all.
Jack,
you ever seen the video?
There's a plethora of bridges that lead into Jersey. Go pick one.
Brian Dawkins told me, I'm going to take his soul. I'm going to take his soul.
Motherfucker's crazy.
That's a funny one.
Yeah. Here's a bunch of guys I think that hit harder than Sheldon Brown. You have guys like Brian Dawkins. You have guys like Jeremiah Trotter. You have guys like
Byron Maxwell.
You have guys like we had a plethora of guys that could hit a little harder than Sheldon Brown over these 22 years.
Yo, Tom, do you remember when I fucking ran you over on the beach? Remember that?
What does that have to do with that?
Oh, baby, that motherfucking ball! Woo!
Answer the question, Tom.
Remember that? You remember
Jack, if you and Tom were on the beach and you guys if you could wear any throwback jersey and put Tom as your bitch, I guess, per se, in any other jersey, so a Dallas jersey, what throwback jersey would you put on? Oh, that's it right there?
Baby, the fucking old ass logo. Oh my God. Come on now, bro. This jersey right here, one of my favorite jerseys, uniform pack we've had in so long. I will say I do like the all black uniforms. I'm excited for this season with the all black helmets, jerseys, and pants. But I'm excited for this.
Well, we're going to put this on TikTok and on Instagram too. And you got the number 1 seed overall, Jack, that you're going to wear. But what is Tom going to wear?
Well, I will say, Arrow is my roommate. The fucking Bumblebee jerseys, the fucking Steelers have at number 8. The ugliest jerseys I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Really? I kind of like them.
They're ugly as shit.
I'm with Jack.
Dude.
I'm with Jack.
They're ugly as shit.
They are ugly as shit.
I think the Seahawks neon green's the best jersey in the NFL.
Now, I like the Patriots old, like the one that you have pictured there. That's my favorite.
Oh, okay. So we're doing this. We're doing this way. So I'm going. Eagles are gonna win I guess the Eagles are against the Steelers, right?
Yes.
So this is the 1 versus 8 seed, 4 versus 5, 3 versus 6, 2 versus 7.
So I'm going Eagles next round.
You know how a
Next
bracket
round.
actually works, Jack?
I'm gonna go with the Bills. Those helmets are fucking legit. I like the actual animal in the helmet. Like
it's a buffalo. You fucking
no, the full animal. I love the red. I love the blue.
buffalo.
Oh my God!
I'm
How
gonna go-
drunk did you guys get?
I will say, honestly, I'm gonna say with the all black and green Jets jerseys
Thank you.
on this side, and then I'm gonna go with the fucking Patriots.
What the?
I do love those red jerseys with the Patriot trying to hike the ball, and then it's gonna be Eagles are gonna win that round, and then the Patriots are gonna win that round, and then Eagles are gonna win it all.
All right. Well, we'll put the. It's not 100% up to you.
You know, verbal meme. You know the meme of Zach Galifianakis in The Hangover when all the math is in his head and he's trying to do the Rain Man. That's Salucci's face right now, where he's trying to figure out like what the fuck Jack just said.
Yeah.
This man is flabbergasted.
I guess I'm just gonna go.
All right,
fucking.
Let me go. I think the Eagles win this bracket, but I do like the Steelers Bumblebee. But the 2 best jerseys in the NFL are the Seahawks, light green ones, and then the Titans, blue and gray ones. Those ones are fire. Those ones are so sexy.
I do like the Dolphins.
Some people only have taste in their mouth.
What?
Some people only have taste in their mouth.
I don't eat food for taste. I eat it for fuel. I don't care what my food tastes like.
Like
very
neon
open about it.
green,
Really?
you really like them?
Oh my God, they're so sexy, dude.
No,
Are you
I
being
their-
like
I
dead
like
ass
the-
right now? Like you're not
I'm
playing
being.
with me.
I will look it up on my phone.
I love the
Straight.
Seahawks all gray jerseys. What do you mean?
Okay, they're different, Jack. That's a whole different
I
can
like.
of worms.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to agree with. I kind of like the neon like green.
What
like,
the?
highlighter
You
green.
don't count. You don't fucking count. You like
Me?
the jersey.
Josh,
These bad boys.
Yeah, those.
Yeah, those are the second best jerseys in the NFL behind the Titans, blue
I
and
am
red.
shocked that I'm
They're
the
not
only
the
person
second
on this
best,
show
but I
that's
like
saying
them.
that.
They're maybe like
Yeah.
15.
Well, we'll, you know what? We'll put them on this list for you, Josh, when we do it. But this is the northern bracket, so I looked up a map of where each team is at. Number 1, I'm siding with Jack. Eagles going over
Yeah.
the Steelers, no brainer.
Come at
Number
me.
2,
What?
Bills. I like the animal on the side of the helmet, is what I'm saying. The animal is nice. I can't admit to liking the Giants. Jets, I agree with Jack. Even though I got to give the Commanders credit, those throwback jerseys with the burgundy and the yellow, that's the nicest I think I've ever seen burgundy and yellow look. And then the Ravens. But you guys, like I said, can vote on our Instagram, on our TikTok. Follow us on there. Link is on the bottom. And last but not least, Tommy, who you got?
Okay. Going head to head in the championship, you got to go Eagles and Pats in these jerseys. I love the Pats like throwback old school like AFL logo. Oh, like I really like that. I'm an old school guy, you know me. The Ravens, it's okay. I've never really I always thought it was like too modern. I don't really like super modern looking stuff. The Steelers are an eyesore, so they're automatically out. They should just burn.
Yeah, fuck you, Arrow.
No one should ever have to witness those ever again. I like the Bills kind of for a similar reason as the Patriots. I like the buffalo on the side of the helmet. I like
The animal.
I like the color scheme. Yes, the animal. Fine, that makes you feel better. I hate the Giants, so I'll never give them any credit. I like it when they spell out the Giants along the side of their helmet and not just do the big NY. Like, I hate the NY. I think that just looks stupid. The Commanders are McDonald's wannabes jerseys. So no.
No, they're Ronald McDonald wannabes, not McDonald's. Ronald McDonald.
They want to be Ronald McDonald.
Okay.
Josh, shut up.
The Chargers jerseys are actually the best. I'm an idiot.
I do like the Chargers jerseys. The Chargers with the powder blue jersey.
Yeah.
No, I will say.
Who put this bracket?
I will say
Me.
the LA Rams, the throwbacks like when
Took me
Kurt
an
Warner
hour.
was on the Rams. You know what I mean? The royal blue.
No, those
with
were
the
ugly.
gold.
Yeah.
No, they were fucking nice.
I like those too.
Tom, you didn't answer the bottom one.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna do this again with better jerseys, not these fucking.
What? Yes,
Well,
I
you
did. I
guys
hit
can
all.
help me pick.
No, Dalton. You're gonna do it, and you're gonna do it right this time. Okay.
Tom, who's your bottom one? Pats or Ravens?
I said the Pats. It's literally what I started
no,
with.
Tom, I'll ask you again. Who is your answer for the bottom one? Get it right this time.
The Pats.
or oh my God, you guys are smoking.
I'm
some
giving you
shit
the
right
right
now.
answer. I'm trying to help you.
It is not the right
I'm
answer.
trying to help you.
Ugh. I can't believe you side with Tom Brady. I'm gonna let everybody know that you.
And
love
he's
Tom
the
Brady.
GOAT, just like our next guy that we're going to talk about, Mike Trout.
Mikey T saying we're gonna win the Super Bowl. You agreeing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said it on Sunday
Fuck
Night
no.
Baseball. How can I disagree?
Mike Trout's a fucking pussy.
I like Mike Trout, but he
Whoa,
wouldn't know
bro.
a championship if it slapped him in the face.
I will say he is a diehard Eagles fan. But I mean, guys,
If you
like
Not
met
his
him,
fault
you
he
would
got
grow
drafted
out.
to a poverty franchise.
guys, if you're being honest, yeah, we have all the weapons we need, defense, offense, but like
Special teams.
we're gonna fucking
No,
maybe
we have some special teams.
have 13 wins, and then we're gonna go to the NFC Championship, and then we're gonna lose to the Bucks.
That's your
I don't-
prediction for this.
I
season?
would love for us to be in the Super Bowl, but I'm gonna be legit with you. I don't think we're gonna make it there.
Yeah,
That's
we're definitely not. We're
Because,
definitely
I mean,
not there.
We got Jalen Hurts, like I said. Jalen Hurts, this is a make or break season for him, right? We have all the weapons we need. This is a matter of us running the ball. Jalen Hurts making good decisions, like we saw in the first round of playoffs against the Bucks, that he was making shitty decisions. You know what I mean? So my hopes are high, but I'm going to be legit with you. I think we're going to make it to the playoffs. We're going to maybe make it to the NFC Championship. If not, we're going to fucking maybe win the first round and then lose the second round. But I don't think the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl this year.
We are winning the division and losing in the divisional round. That's
Who are we
what's
losing
going on.
against?
I don't know. We're going to lose against somebody. I just know we're not making it to the NFC Championship game.
No, I'm
way
with
to
Jack.
say.
We could easily make it. I don't know if we
We
would
could
play the
easily
Bucks.
make it. Yeah, man. No.
I think that we would play the Rams. I think it would be the Rams or the Packers. I don't think that we would be. I think we would get lucky.
if
if we played the Bucks. The Bucks aren't the same team that they were, and Tom Brady, his kryptonite is teams that suck in the NFC East and shouldn't be there. So, I mean, maybe it will go well.
Really?
I mean, Mike-
Because he dicked us in the playoffs last year. So.
Okay, it's one
Wait,
time,
so
and
that was
we
also
were
Jalen
supposed
Hurts
to be a
that year.
2-win team going into that year. When we were winning the Super Bowl that year, I wrote it down on paper in high school. I drew out every player at every position, Josh, and I said, this is a Super Bowl team. We have the best offensive line in the NFL. We have the best wide receiver duo in the NFL. We have a top 3 or 4, probably 5 if I'm unbiased, defense. There is no excuse for Jalen Hurts to not have an MVP-like season this year, just like Lamar Jackson did a couple seasons ago. In my opinion, the Eagles are going to be a 13-win team, and they'll probably get knocked out of the playoffs first round, being a realist. But if I'm lucky, we'll go to the divisional round, and that'll be a success in my opinion. I mean, we're gonna lose to probably a team like the Rams, Packers, or maybe Bucks.
Damn. None of you have faith. And I thought I was supposed to be doubting Tom. In the Bible, it says that the Apostle Thomas doubted Jesus. And I'm supposed to be the doubter.
That was Paul. That was Judas, actually. That was Judas.
Judas betrayed Jesus. Catholic school my ass that you actually.
No. It wasn't. It was who's the leader? Who's the leader? It was. I thought Peter denied Jesus 3 times. Is that what you're talking
Peter
about?
did not. Oh my God! Did any of you wake
The
up?
cock crowed
at
3 times.
Class?
I kind of slept through sacred scripture, to be completely honest.
Josh, we had fucking nuns at our school, bro. Come on.
I was talking about South.
But anyway, hey, y'all are doubting Thomas. It's ye of little faith. Ye of little faith. Hey, we finally get recognition on national programming because the Phillies have sucked, and I mean sucked, on any national games that they've played on so far this year. Here, all these great games that they've played, they haven't played on national TV, which is great for us. But Mike Trout finally puts Philly in the spotlight, and you all doubt the man, the myth, the legend, the greatest baseball player, maybe even the greatest baseball player ever.
Maybe if he wasn't a bitch, he would have came to Philly to play with Bryce Harper.
Hasn't he never made the playoffs?
He has never been in the playoffs, but he is.
What are you talking about? Like I said, this dude wouldn't know a championship if it hit him in the face.
Because baseball is a true team sport. You can't just have one man
Baseball's
take
a
over
fucking kid
and
sport.
win it all. Like you can in basketball, you don't have it. You can have it in football, where you can have one man on defense, one man on offense, kind of just take over. This is a true team sport that baseball is.
All roads lead back to Salucci yelling about baseball, and I love it.
Yes, it is.
Yo, guys.
Jordan, go sober up.
We talked a lot of shit tonight, right?
What?
But I will say, we didn't cover the answer for my trivia question.
Time for everybody's favorite part of the show, 302 Trivia, with your host, Jack Dalton, the mayor of Delaware.
I mean, you guys probably already know this right now. So the Eagle that has the most career punt return touchdowns was D-Jack. D-Jack was the guy who had the most touchdown returns or punt return touchdowns, and that was 4, which isn't a lot. But if you remember, was Christmas Eve, Christmas Day against the Giants, Miracle in Meadowlands? Oh my God, when he fucking just kind of disrespected the Giants and scored a touchdown. Holy shit. D-Jack in his prime was one of our best Eagles, I think, personally.
Yeah,
No,
he definitely was. He definitely was. He was a great punt returner.
I honestly was kind of considering Darren Sproles. I would like to know Darren Sproles is probably number 2 because Darren Sproles at least definitely has 2, if not 3. So
Brian Westbrook may be high on that list too.
That's a great answer as well.
You know Brian Westbrook has a throwing touchdown?
I did
He
not.
does.
Yeah.
That was his first career touchdown, too.
Joe Ennis is saying nope. Brian Mitchell.
Oh no! Is there a flag on the play in Jack's trivia?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh no!
All right. I guess we'll get into our last topic of the night. What's the hardest sport? Josh, take it away.
I would say golf, but I actually do think there's one harder, and everybody's going to be like, make fun of me for this. I think it's NASCAR. NASCAR is extremely hard. Everybody thinks it's just turning left. It's not. You have to build the car specifically for the track to fit the physics of the track. and the different gravity, the different angles. You have to figure out your tires for the friction of the track. You have to downshift, upshift. Like it's just an incredibly hard sport. So I'm going to go with NASCAR.
Personally, so we had this debate with our boy, what's his face, Dan Matranga, and he said
he gets no opinion, and he locked me out of our group chat. He gets no opinion.
He said the hardest sport is baseball. And
okay, he gets an opinion.
So my top 3 hard sports in order are probably hockey. I'm going to have to go with baseball. And I think football. And that's a bold statement. But like baseball is really hard at a professional level. That ball is coming in at fucking 95 miles per hour. You got to fucking hit that ball. Hockey, you have to move the puck and ice skate. I'm terrible at ice skating. Last time I ice skated was actually with this motherfucker when I was probably like 8, 9 years old. Yeah. And I fucking slipped my leg open because I have no balance at all.
There's blood everywhere. We thought he chopped his cock off at first. The ambulance had to show.
Yeah. So the fact that I can't ice skate, I think it's personally really hard. And then football. Yes, like, oh my God, you can catch the ball, you can throw a ball, you can run the ball.
He can catch.
But going up against like guys who are 6'8", 300-some pounds coming at you full speed in the NFL is really hard. High school, again, I had 5 yards compared to Josh's 0 yards in my high school career. But it's just a lot. It's a lot to like, you know, your mindset, your physique, I think. You're not gonna put a fucking kid like Dalton Holland on the NFL catching a ball, running the ball because he's gonna get fucking clapped immediately. But I think it's baseball, hockey, and then football.
I'm surprised you didn't say football. Before there's a rebuttal, I just want to clear something up about Jack's trivia. So Jack was technically right and wrong, but Joe Ennis, thank you for watching the show. We appreciate you. You were incorrect. So Mitchell only had 2 punt return touchdowns. Deshaun Jackson is number 1 with 4. But Dalton coming in clutch. Darren Sproles is also number 1 with 4.
Woo! Let's fucking go! I'm 1 for 1, bitches!
Is that 4 on the Eagles or in general his career?
Let's fucking
that's
go!
4 on the Eagles. Yeah, this is Eagles.
Maybe I won't lay somebody out on the football field, Jack. Fuck you, but I'm the mental motherfucker.
Well, Jack was also right.
No, me and Jack are tied.
Wait, so you're both right.
It's a dick measuring contest, is what
it
is.
Dalton, sister. Hey, Dalton, I got a bigger cock than you do, so I.
So, Luch, go ahead and tell us about why baseball is going to be the fucking hardest sport.
It is, and here's why.
You're capping, bro. You're capping.
Why am I capping? Tell me why.
Baseball's a kid sport, bro.
I want to see you even touch a 60-mile-per-hour fastball, let alone a 90-mile-per-hour fastball. Right down the plate. I'm just going to lean in and take that shit in the face. Forget about a fastball that can dive away from you. Forget about a fastball that can curve into you, too. Forget all that. Forget having to hit a 92-mile-per-hour sinker. Forget about then all of a sudden the pitcher coming back, changing speeds on you completely with a 75-mile-per-hour curveball over the corner of the plate. Forget all that. And baseball is the hardest sport ever. Hall of Famers are only successful 30% of the time. Imagine that. Whereas in the NFL, I'm expecting you to be 90% perfect.
Here's the thing. The hardest thing about baseball is hitting the ball. The other portion of the game, catching a ball, throwing a fucking ball, is simple.
It's simple. And
you can say the same thing about golf, though. Golf, you have to be. You're right. Golf, you have to be.
Golf is going to be my number 2.
Okay, good answer. And what's your 3?
MMA fighting.
What?
Yeah, that's MMA or UFC. That shit sucks.
Because think about how physically strong you have to be, how agile you have to be, how much you have to be able just to take a punch. Like most, I see all these punches. These guys take about like 50 or 60 good shots a fight. He,
Let's go. I'm taking it now. After this, Tom, I'm sorry. I gotta go. Segs is right. How the fuck has nobody said hockey's not the hardest sport? You have to put your skates on, and I can't even ice skate. I'm with Jack. Like I can balance, but I need to be on a board of some sort. I can't be on fucking skates.
I don't think hockey's that hard.
Shut up, Zeb. You're a fucking engineer. I'm sorry we're not all like you. We all can't
I can
do
skate
two
perfectly
things at once,
fine.
like chew bubble gum and fucking walk at the same time.
Like hockey's a lot of good bounces.
Hockey's 1. Number 2 is golf. Number 3, hot take. I never did this sport. One person
So that's
on
all
the
of them.
podcast has, and he's not going to agree with it, but I'm shocked he said football. Swimming. You have to be in such good physical shape to be a swimmer, so give swimmers some credit. That's all I'll say.
Nobody said darts. Darts is fucking hard as shit.
It's not a sport, bro.
Sepp
Yeah,
is
it's not a
saying this wearing a Phillies. Bro, I played ice hockey for like a long time. Like it's really not that hard. Like there's a lot of bounces. Like
That's Segs for you guys. I mean, he's a real one. But
I don't know who
how
Segs
the
is,
fuck-
but I do like him. I like the clapback Segs. Hit me with your best shot.
Zeb, explain this to me. You're
Yes,
on
sir.
skates. You're coming down the ice. You're controlling a puck while some other douchebag with another fucking stick is smacking your stick as hard as he can. And you know what you got to do? You don't just got to make it to the other side of the ice. You got to put a puck in a goal. And you know what's challenging about the goal? There's a fucking goalie in the goal that could be a fat motherfucker that could just be standing there with a fucking mitt like fucking this, ready to fucking roll. How is that not the hardest sport?
Like you just have to watch out for a whole bunch of stuff. Like it's really not that hard to multitask.
Like in
with
football,
sports.
I'm running downfield. I
You
better
catch
not
a ball
get
and you run forward
blindsided.
in football. You catch a ball and you run forward and you hit hard. I love football. It's my favorite sport in the world, but there's not much.
You also gotta read the defense while you're running. You gotta make sure you're on the right track. You gotta make sure you have to do a ton of shit in every sport.
But talent can outweigh knowledge in football, whereas in hockey, knowledge is way more superior. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I disagree. Look at Connor. Look at McJesus, dude. That dude's talent's off the charts. He's obviously the best player in the NHL.
I can't even speak to that because I don't even know who the fuck that is.
All right, so what the fuck are we talking about here?
Hey, I'm honest. I'm tapping out right here.
I'm gonna have to call in Jesus Christ. All right. That's our show. Time to hit the outro and then Josh.
Wait.
Outro,
No.
intro.
Hey, Tom. Not Tommy boy. I'm talking about Tom Kinka. Tom, it's an outro, not an intro. So does that go fuck yourself, Tom? Hit that outro, my guy. Baseball is the worst sport.
Jack,
Respect you, Jordan. Not a child's game.
I think we need to go to church.
Jack, grow some facial hair and you clap back at me.
Take me